This video is going to be an overview of a Enphase battery system with IQ8 microinverters. Just kind of want to show how we all hooked it up. What we have is we have solar conduit, battery conduit. The batteries are in the garage. You cannot install batteries in a habitable space, so you can't put them in living rooms, bedrooms, things like that. So they got to be in a mechanical room, a garage. They can't be outside because those batteries like to be above freezing. So we have our smart switch here. We're using it as a full 200 amp whole home backup. Open up the case here. You can see our utility wires come in. Service wires have to be in their own conduit. They cannot be with load wires. So those pass through the consumption CTs. The arrow on the consumption CT points in the direction that the utility power will flow. There's our 200 amp CSR main service disconnect. There's the MID, which is the transfer switch relay. You have the neutral forming transformer, and then this little load center that has a 40 amp breaker for the neutral forming transformer. The 15 amp breaker is the power to the Envoy. It has to be powered out of the smart switch, otherwise it will not work. Batteries at the top, we have two 10 kilowatt hour batteries, so it's 20 amps each or 16 amps each at a 20 amp breaker. So the output breaker is a 40. You can see the solar, we've got a 50 amp solar breaker. Those are attached to the factory wiring that's provided. And then the solar and battery connections are down below. The rapid shutdown connection on the controller 2 is all color coded, which is nice. So it's easy to hook up, and that we just mounted on the side of the smart switch. This is the battery conduit that goes to the batteries. It's just number 8 THHN that goes up there hooked to that 40 amp breaker. The load output that goes to the house through that LB. Main power panels on the other side of the house. We have a PV-AC disconnect, and then this is the combiner 4C equipped for IQ8 microinverters. So you can see in here we've got the comms kit, cell kit. You need both of those for a battery system, and then we have 3 different strings of solar panels on the roof. So that's the IQ Combiner 4C. And that's pretty much it for this. It's pretty simple. Everything gets combined in here. If you just make sure that you have everything landing in your smart switch, it's all going to work out pretty good here. The next video that I'll show is I'll go show the batteries in the garage. But that's the IQ8 with smart controller, smart switch 2. Enphase battery system, whole home backup.